now. Doom, 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 doom.
Welcome everybody to day one of the Tournament of Doom, quote unquote, World's Championships. I'm your host and tournament organizer, professional illustrator, part-time lumberjack, and Moon Mammoth fan, Senior Doom. We're getting ready here in about, I don't know, it's like 4.5, 5 minutes here to get going as we're getting ready for our participants for the World's Championship Day 1, which is open to anybody. So if you're here watching a little late and okay, maybe I want to play in this best of 3 format, yes you can. Hey, you can even sign up round 1 or 2. You can still get in because a 5-2-1 record is all you need to get into day 2. And what's day 2? You say, well, it's a whole new tournament. And we had 21 people auto qualify for day 2. And because of that, that's just the way we have to set it up, and becomes a whole new tournament. We can't just put people into a tournament with buys or automatic stuff with it. It's a platform limitation. So we had to do it that way, and it's just the way it's set up. So because of that, you can run a whole new deck if you want. You come into day 2 and be like, you know what? I really didn't like play Goldango today. Well, you don't have to play Goldango. You can play whatever you want. And if you made it with Goldango, you want to move to Dragapult Duskmore, that's all good for you. So we're getting ready here. I should be having 2 casters joining me shortly. I should be having, excuse me, Tate Whitesell and Frodo_HTX as we get ready to go here. Currently have we've got about enough people to run 8 rounds. I think I gotta double check that we can actually leave that still on here, because that is what we're trying to do. We do have we had another tournament series going. Double checking my thing here. You can see this as we see the LCQ. Excuse me. Yeah, we crossed enough that the 5-2-1 works. Just making sure on that before we got too far. Someone will be like, there's not enough for 5-2-1. Yes, there is. So we will be going with that. And again, I'm just waiting for whenever our casters come on, as we got about another minute and a half. So one other thing to announce. I am now an official Pokemon community ambassador. That means I am working with TPCI on their community and doing everything with them. So you will see, I will be able to take any suggestions people have about like what's going on with live or other things with the community, and I can talk to them, bring stuff up that may happen. Like we do have issues, and like one of the big things I'm about is accessibility. I think these tournaments should be for everybody. I think there should be no reason why a person can't play in a regional or a world because of different issues. Like, and those issues vary. It could be anything from physical disabilities, which they do pretty good about physical disabilities with static seating and stuff like that. It could be financial. It could be just timing with like work. Some people can't get weekends off and they're not able to go to their locals or anything else. And having like a large amount of just online stuff free where people can play, and like if TPCI gave us like official pricing, I think we could really hit like some really large numbers. I'm not even just talking like money. Like if there was like anything. Hey, what's up, Frodo? Yes, I am talking. Let me unmute you and we'll introduce. And I need to undo. What's up, Tate? What's up, Frodo? Okay, why aren't you showing up on the Discord thingy? Let me transition real quick. All right, just say something. I don't know why you're not showing up on the audio thing. I might just need to reset my Discord. All right, I'm hearing you guys. You're not showing up on my stream chat. Let me restart Discord real quick. The last time this happened, we actually had to reboot the app. So we'll see, reboot OBS, which is a possibility. Okay, I apologize for that. My whole thing's all screwed up all of a sudden because it doesn't want to show things. Where is it? There it is. So yes, we will. If someone's asking if we're rotating casters like the regional, yes, we are. Tate and Frodo, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
You go first.
Sure, guys. Yeah, I'm Frodo_HTX. I have done this before, and I'm really excited to be here for Doom Worlds. Thank you so much. I'm ready for an exciting day of Pokemon, and I hope you guys are too.
Hey guys, if you don't know me, I'm Tate Whitesell. It's been a long time since I've casted. I played in the Last Chance qualifier like last week, and then I realized I was casting this weekend. So good thing I didn't qualify.
I mean,
I'm excited to watch some Pokemon.
I mean, technically, you could play.
I was gonna say I could cast my own matches.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But all right, let us find a game. I'm seeing who we have streaming, so we can find someone. They're all 0-0, so we got some. Sharkbait's played some interesting stuff before. He is on Gardevoir versus Dragapult Charizard.
All right.
Who else we got? This is a new person. TMT 102. I'm trying to look them up real quick. TMT 102 is on Snowgrave against Goldango.
Oh, that's a dub.
That's a dub. That's gonna be a drag of one. That one's a huge drag. Like we've seen that.
The poor Goldangos, dude. They just can't get any help. It's so bad. Oh no.
And I was gonna say Prowlers, but Prowlers got the one bye. So
no, of course. Okay, yeah. I'm down to watch Xavier.
Let's do this.
If nobody has any objections.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. And I'll move us
versus Charizard.
And I will get that set up on our end and we'll have the games going. I just don't know why Discord does not want to work sometimes with OBS. It's just like, yeah, I don't want to work. So I have to shut the whole stream down for like half a second and then reboot it.
No, I remember that being a thing. It's so annoying. Like OBS just doesn't want to work with anything.
Yeah. Which I also got like fancy new transition graphics and all this other stuff for today, and at least that's working for now. As I say that, and it's going to stop working.
You always have to do the like turn off hardware acceleration thing. I'm sure you know all that, but
yeah,
I remember that being a thing.
Well, same thing like if you're streaming through Discord, turn off hardware acceleration, and your live will run so much better.
Yeah. I just peeped at the meta game, and it's Goldango #1 by a lot.
Yep.
By a lot, yeah.
Yep.
And you know what's crazy about that? I don't like the skew because if you combined all the Dragapult players. Oh no, not anymore. Actually, no. Wait, hold up.
They have it split. They have Pult Dusk.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm even adding up the numbers. Still Goldango's #1. Even if I were to get all the Dragapults and add them up. Because typically, wow. Okay, and then Guardy. Wow. Okay, and then yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Goldango might have a long day if they run into all the Frostlass, which is the 3 of them, which could be really bad. Look, I'm really pulling for Frostlass Monkey Dory. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but
yeah,
I'm really excited. Yeah, Andrew Hare might win this whole freaking thing. I'm hoping for it. Oh.
One of the big things we're going to have today probably is that we're probably going to have a lot of late registrations. There's been a lot of people asking about late registration. So this metagame can shift by round 2 or even round 3, because today a 5-2-1 record gets you into day 2. And the best thing is your record doesn't carry over. It's a whole new tournament tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Because we have 22 people qualified for automatic day 2. And with a limitless platform, I can't just set like, hey, these people come in round 2 and records carry over, or give them a first round bye or anything. I have to do things differently. What's up, Caleb, over on YouTube? So we again are just waiting here. Let me actually see if there's any issues because there is quite a bit of check-in time. We give a bit here.
What about you, Tate? Who you pulling for today? What deck are you looking to really shake it up today?
I've been playing so much Goldango. I feel like I have to be not to be the guy that just picks the number one deck in the room, but I'd like to see Goldango do well just because I've been playing it. Also, Lee's playing it. Lee's my boy, Lee Bui. So hopefully he does well.
Lee, he torments my locals.
Yeah.
Like go into
counters to Goldango. Like it just I'm kind of like I feel like a lot. It just has so much going against it. It's such a good deck, but it's like they got to.
Yeah, well, let me see. The main thing in here is there's not much Typhlosion. I mean, Typhlosion's the deck that's just like 100-0 against it, but everything else it can kind of beat.
Yeah, I've been on Dragon Ball Dusknoir myself. I found like at least Dusknoir makes the Goldango matchup so a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure. Like all of these decks, well, the thing that's interesting with the meta we're in right now, like a lot of these matchups are pretty close. There's not, I mean, sure, you get stuff like Goldango Typhlosion that's like not close at all, but then, Dragapult Goldango is pretty close. Gardevoir Goldango is pretty close.
See, and I've been saying this when I do Joltik too. I've been saying this when I do my tier list. I've been saying that any of these decks realistically could win it all.
Yeah.
Realistically. It's not set to just one deck or archetype even. I mean, there's just so much. Even like some of these, like I've seen Cynthia's Garchomp like win the matchup roulette and then somehow find their way into top cuts. You know what I mean?
Right.
Should we have any Cynthia's Garchomp today?
We do.
Oh, we have two.
That's why I said it. I was scrolling through what we got in here, and I was like, "Wow, we even got Sinistcha.
Yeah,
we have a Poison Arch. Like,
as I said, we have a Chen Pao.
There's a Chen Owls has been making the Twitter run, and we're looking at the others now. There's only two in others. And one of them is Steven's Metagross, which I'm excited to see. And then we have it looks like a Spidops lock. It's like a control kind of thing.
Yep.
And yeah, usually the other is a lot broader, but I mean, I guess they finally have archetypes now.
Sharkbait's opponent hasn't checked in yet. I'm going to move us to Demofin's table since they are playing for sure, I think. So we're going to see what they're playing.
Okay. Demofin.
All right, are they playing? It looks like they are playing, so we can get a game going so you two can do your casting, and I'll update. It's Goldango versus Cynthia's Garchomp. There you go.
All right.
Wow. Here we go.
Goldango Garchomp. Yeah, just like we predicted, right?
Right, exactly.
This is interesting too. Neo Upper and Garchomp, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because its big nuke attack is 2 energy cost, and I think one of the downsides of the deck is sometimes it's just hard to pay that cost. You have Crispin, but you can't get 2 fightings with Crispin. That's pretty cool. Right. I never really thought about that, but
the Crispin is interesting because typically I don't really see that in a Garchomp list. Are they playing a grass or are they playing? Oh, they're playing.
No, I think it's common if you're playing monkeys because it sets up your monkey.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen that, but I think this is a very good spot for the Garchomp player because they're gonna go up to 4 prizes here with a one shot, and then they can just keep one shotting Goldangos essentially. Yeah, Goldango. I think if you're the Goldango player, I don't know. This matchup might be one of those ones where you don't want to evolve your Goldangos. You want to just like punch with size or right. But now we go into this
knockout.
Yeah. Right. Well, like we just go into this trade now where okay, the Garchomp's gonna get one shot back, and then the the next Garchomp is just gonna come back up and one shot the Goldango again, and then the Goldango player has to hit 400 on that Garchomp, and they still only go to 3 prizes. It's like
Yeah, we're going 1 for 1, and it's just it becomes hard for the Goldango to catch up.
Yeah. But if the Goldango player actually, let me grab their list, because they could play something like an INO. They could play something that could get in the way, which might be what they're playing for. Let me go find it.
I have the Garchomp list. I'm trying to grab the Goldango list. It's Zay Kurg?
KTHG, that one.
Yeah, that one. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm just reading the letters.
Very standard list. They play the Watchtower. That's not going to help them here. There's no way for them to spread damage, I'm noticing. No bombs.
Yeah, well, there's no INO is pretty key at this point.
Yeah, no hand disruption is going to be
right.
That's crazy that the Goldangos are now cutting Iono. I almost feel like it's like a need to have just the one of, you know what I mean? It's like
this plays a lot of the cards that I've been seeing people testing for Worlds. It doesn't have the Moonlit Hill, which I've seen a lot of people playing, but stuff like the Tool Scrapper has been in a lot of lists.
Mm-hmm. And Tool Scrapper actually key in this matchup as well, because they can get rid of those things that make Garchomp so tanky. What is it? What's their tool? The Power Weight. There, I just had to look that up.
Yeah. Power Weight.
getting rid of 2 Power Weight here would be huge, especially with the board state that they have.
Okay, so there's one interesting card actually. So they do play 1 Rigid Band, which I don't think it's not on the board yet. So no. I think that's why they gusted this Roserade. Is the Goldango player could kill the Roserade and then attach Rigid Band, and Garchomp would actually not be able to one-shot the Goldango through the Rigid Band. So that might be kind of their line here. If they get rid of the Roserade, they go to 4 prizes, which is good for them, back on even prizes, and then they get rid of that ability to one-shot through the Rigid Band. So I kind of like that idea. I don't know about the Garchomp player here not retreating the Roserade. I think if they can see there's a Rigid Band in the list, you probably want to keep that in play if you can. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Or maybe they just want to go 1-1. I think that's their thought process maybe, but I feel like why you could still maintain the prize lead. You beat 3-5 by now.
Right.
I think you put more pressure on them to make a move here. And then you'd still have your Roserade, which is also key. But I guess they'd blow up the Garchomp, right? I guess that would be the next step.
Well, I think because once the Roserade got gusted, you're not attacking, you're not one-shotting a Goldango that turn. You have to retreat the Roserade in order to attack. And I think just hitting for doing the first Garchomp attack is not that good, because you're going to get 1 prize and then your Garchomp is going to get nuked in response. But I think just retreating into a Gibble would have been okay on that turn.
For sure, just to save your Roserade. I mean, if you're going to go 1 for 1, right, it's probably the better move.
But if I'm the Garchomp player here too, I'm like, there's the Rigid Band, right? But if I'm the Garchomp player, I'm probably not thinking about Rigid Band that much. But now that it's hit the board, they're going to be like, oh, now if the Roserade goes down, now I can't, that Goldango is going to live an extra turn.
Right, and no Tool Scrapper for the Garchomp player. There's no...
Yeah, that's pretty key.
Yep.
So the Goldango player is just thinning at this point because they recognize this is their big swing turn, right? They're going to 4 prizes. Right. The lose conditions now are getting Ionode or the opponent having boss basically to kill the other Goldangos or to kill the Genesect around the Rigid Band.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for Garchomp player here, I mean, you got to find boss, or you got to do something to get back in the prize lead, because just killing Scizor is not going to help you that much.
And that offsets your trade. So
yeah,
and then they don't kill Scizor.
Right.
They don't kill Scizor.
It's in some ways that's almost good, because you at least make the Goldango player have to find a switch or balloon, and you don't give them Fez, like you get one more turn to find boss. But the Goldango player has 9 cards in hand, so like they're going to find it.
They're going to find it one way or another.
Yeah, I agree with this. This is probably the correct play. Yeah,
They're definitely listening to you. They can hear you.
yeah.
No kibble, please. It's like, put the kibble
Right.
in the act.
I mean, like there's if you just hit with the Garchomp there's almost no way you end up winning the game. With this, you at least force the Goldango player to like, even if they find the switch effect and the boss this turn, then you can like potentially INO them next turn. Like, but this is a very bad position to be in for the Garchomp player.
Right. And then if they find the Tool Scrapper, it's like, wow, now they definitely don't need much to KO you.
Right, exactly.
You're hoping to tank a hit, if anything, because I feel like the thought process is they're going to find the boss. They'll find the boss, but can they KO me? Oh, they're going to have to. Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
This is fine.
Definitely. No. If you can't, that's the move. And then Watchtower just to bump, let them not be able to search for it. That's a move.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And they had Rosary in hand. This is even perfect. There they go. The cut knockout. Huge. Now the Goldango is in control. Go ahead.
Well, this is cool because if you're taking a 1 prize, like they must have not had enough energy. 400 is a big number. Like you need 8 energy. Yep. That's actually, even for Goldango, that's not that easy.
And to pull that off consistently is tough.
Right. Well, the especially now they have to do it twice, right? They have to get through 2 Garchomps most likely. Or what's their boss count? Are they on 4 boss? Yeah, 4 boss.
Yeah, 4 boss. So
they only need to get through 1 Garchomp, because then they can just boss Monkey or something for the last prize.
Then here comes the counter catcher for the KO.
All right, that's good. That's big for the Garchomp player.
Yep.
But now they still are going to need. They're still going to need a gust effect on this turn, because now the Rigid Band Goldango is going to come up, or the Scissor's going to come back up. Either one.
It's their. It seems like it's their only pivot if they had to have one. Yep. Oh, and they're pivoting.
Oh, okay. This is why they needed the energy in the discard.
Right. No, for sure.
To Superior back. Yeah. But no INO is like sketchy here. I mean, we know from looking at this side of the board, we know there's no boss in hand right now, but if you're the Goldango player, this has to feel scary. Like, you're just going to be probably punching into this Garchomp and hoping that there's no boss that's going to come down.
Right. And, considering that, the Garchomp does have a dead hand. And they play counter catcher. The one with the energy. This is so
big.
Good.
This is big. Yep. This is big.
Now they can't reset up and they lose a turn. Yes. Yep. Huge.
Ooh.
Not looking good. Arvin to grab. Oh, then what did I say? The Tool Scrapper. Here it comes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Clear 2 tools. Yeah.
Get rid of those 2 power weights. I couldn't remember.
The power weight. I'm telling you, I don't ever see this matchup. So
That's very interesting that they just held it.
I guess they want to see who they gust up. I think they want to see who they gust up. That's what it is.
Yeah, but you're kind of expecting you're going to get INO'd here, I think is the thing. Like, we know that the Garchomp doesn't have it, but you have to assume the Garchomp WinCon has to involve INO here. I don't know. I think you just play the Scrapper there.
Do they have the INO?
They don't have it. I don't think they have a way to get it either.
No, I mean, do they? Oh, they played 3 of them. I didn't know how many. I didn't know.
That, yeah.
That's what I was talking about. I didn't know what their count was. If they had the 3.
Yeah.
And I think they're checking too where they're at.
Store. Yeah, this is just like the Garchomp player just hasn't. Well, this is the thing with the Garchomp as a deck is like, the first attack on Garchomp does draw cards, but if you're not using that attack, you don't have other ways to draw cards on board. You have to just be drawing supporters. So, and like you're playing Crispin or you're playing Arvin a lot of the time. Those are not really drawing you cards.
So what's your plan?
I think that's
if you're the Garchomp player. What are you
I mean,
doing?
your plan is you have to leave this guy active because it has the highest HP, and your opponent only needs to take one prize, and then you need. I mean, you need to attach to it. I guess you go stretcher for energy here and attach to it, and then you just have to pray because you have no hand disruption in your hand right now. You have no access to INO. You don't have anything like Fez right now that can draw you more cards. So you just have to cross your fingers.
Yeah, it's kind of chalked. Like, not to be that person, but it feels kind of chalked right now. Feels almost hopeless.
Right.
I think.
You do get you get to like draw the cards here, but it's gonna be probably a turn too late.
Yeah, and
there's INO. yeah.
But the boss, I mean, they need energy boss. That's what they need. Or no, they don't even need it. No, and
they need double superior.
Yeah,
they're just gonna flex and discard the other one. I think they used eSearch Pro last turn. They probably.
And there's the boss. They don't need anything. That does it. Yep.
All right, so Rigid Man Goldango.
No, they had us in the first half. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but they came through. Good for them. That's huge for Goldango.
I think that's just that's illustrative of why Goldango is a tier 1 deck and Garchomp is not yet a tier 1 deck. It gets some new stuff in the next set, but Goldango has onboard draw. Garchomp does not have onboard draw. That's kind of the Goldango is just going to win more games when it gets to just draw whatever cards it wants to see.
And now with it being able to play 4 boss, it's just like you can boss anything on the field. It doesn't matter. Right. You could go back to 2/2/2 if you wanted to. You don't. So now that's what I think is interesting about Goldango is that you don't have to commit to a 1 prize board state anymore because you play so much Gust. You could easily fix that prize trade.
Oh, are we playing? It's best of 3, right?
Yeah, best of 3. That's game 1.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is game 2. For a minute, I thought this guy like jumped into a ladder game. It's like he's grinding.
Right, now,
but no, Doom would
have popped in. He's like, all right, let's find another game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. All right, well, this will be interesting because we'll get to watch a game from the very beginning and just see how the Garchomp player sets things up. But I think just looking at this matchup objectively, especially just like looking at the lists that they have, the Goldango player should be quite favored. Just because the Garchomp has the ability to one-shot, I mean, they can one-shot once, they can one-shot twice. Getting the third one-shot is really, really hard when they don't have the same onboard draw.
It's also so much setup, right? If they can't set up, it feels that's why I'm kind of surprised at the Neo upper, which again, to your point earlier, I understand the energy acceleration can be hard. However, Trolley just feels better, dude. I mean, you need the Rosalies, you need the Gibbles, you need everything set up on your bench in order for this deck to function. And if you can't get that to go, you kind of suffer. And it's not, and that's where I think we're starting to see the choice of ace spec kind of dictate how this Garchomp runs. But I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't test the deck. I don't play the deck. I don't know much about it. I mean, you know what I mean? But just from the outside looking in and from what I faced before, when they're able to trolley turn 1, that feels awful. Because it's like, great, cool. They just have everything. Great. Yeah, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, but, I mean, you're definitely right. Trolley definitely makes the deck very consistent. It's a 4 Arven deck. But at the same time, like, I'm looking at the list right now, he is playing Hilda, so you do have some consistency with finding the Neo upper. And Trolley makes the deck consistent, but it doesn't solve that core issue of your main attack needing 2 attachments. Neo upper does solve that issue. So I think, I never thought about it before, but that does make a lot of sense in Garchomp for that to be your ace spec, especially with Hilda being a legal card now.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. No, I do understand the Neo upper. I just wanted to make my case for Trolley.
Yeah, no, of course. It's a very valid debate. They both could be. I mean, I haven't tested the deck very much either, so I would have to do some testing to see.
We're just 2 guys talking. You know what I
mean? What's gonna win more games, right? You gotta test to find that. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I'm never thinking about Garchomp unless I'm playing. No, I'm never thinking about it. I hate to say it like that, but I'm just not. I don't think about it. In most of the time.
I have one local that has been playing a lot of Garchomp, so I've had to learn what the cards do.
Yeah, and then you also have to get a place to get those cards, right? Like Tabletop Village. Did you guys know you can go to Tabletop Village right now and use code Doom5, save 5% off your order?
I have an ads video now for that. I recorded a voiceover and everything for it.
That was pretty smooth. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I know I'm good at this. He knows I am.
Yeah, that's why I bring him back every time. I'm like, yeah, you'll advertise for me. All right, I'm going back to my cave to watch the game.
I'm the sales guy. I'm the one on the phones all the time. Like Energy Search Pro, kind of early for that.
It is, because you only need 2 energy if they're going to be just KOing this active.
Unless you're really just flexing on them. I have no idea why you would do that. So
I don't know. I always find that really sketchy to do because
there's no CPU on board. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason to do that.
Right. So you get punished very hard if your opponent just has INO, and you always have to be kind of like. Here's the thing too, right? They played the eSearch Pro before using coin bonus, which sort of seems like good sequencing if you're trying to draw stuff that's not energy. But if it's a board state like this, you always want a coin bonus first, because you could just draw the energy. You could draw Earthen Vessel and not have to burn the eSearch Pro. And then you can save the eSearch Pro for when a Garchomp comes into play. Now, if you get Ionode on this turn, you can get punished. He is making a smart play there, though, by overkilling. So
yeah, overkill it to get all that energy in the discard. Yeah. More energy in the discard's huge. Okay,
so now he at least can get 4 with a superior next turn, but yeah, it's like you have all these energy in your hand still that could get Ionode away. But it's not the case. It's gonna be Arven, so never punish.
15 cards in hand is hard to come back out of. And then they're just gonna keep drawing more. So if you're the Garchomp player, this is not looking good for you. This is not looking good for you.
Well, the Garchomp as well missed turn 1 attach, which is not great. They at least get the Evo TM here to set up the board a little bit, but I think if you just boss here again as the Goldango player, they prized.
They whiffed it. Oh no!
Hold on.
Another Gabite. The second they play 3 Gabite. They prized 2 Gabite.
3. Did they prize 2? Yeah.
Prize 2 of them. That's man. So funny story about prizing. I played Goldango to NAIC. I prized 3 Metal Energy against Flareon.
No. 3 out of 3, I'm assuming.
Yeah, 3 out of the 3.
All your medals, yep.
And I was like, you got it. And he's like, did you not have it? I was like, no. All my energies are prized.
Yep.
I was like,
he's gonna say, that makes sense. I was gonna say, if you're the Goldango player, what I started to say was you just boss one of the Gobites this turn, and of course,
it's over.
There was only 1 Gobite, so you definitely boss that, and then you just kind of win.
Yeah, poor Garchomp. Like the Gabite, that just sucked. I mean,
I'm a 2000 child, so I grew up with like Gen 4. So Garchomp line was one of my favorites when I was probably in like 3rd grade. It was like Luxray line and Garchomp line. So I kind of wish that the Garchomp deck was a little bit better to where I could like feel comfortable playing it to cups and stuff. But I think those 2 games kind of illustrate why I'm going to be playing Goldango at my challenge tonight and not Garchomp.
Yeah, I've been looking into Dust Pult myself for my next challenge, which is on the Sunday of Worlds. So
you're seeing the Goldango now moving into the position that I feel like Raging Bolt was in, where I feel like it's just this consistent deck that can definitely win you games. You don't have to think too much into it, right? And now it seems like Raging Bolt's kind of going off the rails with like becoming more of a box kind of a thing. And now I feel like Goldango is just that deck now. If you want to just pick up a deck that is going to win you games, Goldango is that.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to move us real quick because TMT's game is still going on too, and we'll check in and make sure that it's not like game. But if it isn't, we'll jump over to that.
Sounds good.
All right, let's check on that. And this Goldango again, but this time against Snowgrave.
Perfect.
I think it might be done. Or they're going.
Are they 1-1?
Or they're probably going game 2 here or game 3.
Looks like it's game 3. So let me make sure everything.
Game 3, cool. All right.
This
should be good. So we're getting another Goldango into what matchup?
Frostlass Monkey Door.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We like to call it Snowgrave around here.
I got
we
you.
call it Snowgrave. The community calls it Snowgrave.
I'll show you the GIF later I have where it's dancing on the grave of Goldango.
That's funny. Yeah, it's a not a great matchup for Goldango, although it is. I think it is a winnable matchup, but you have to like. It's very sweaty.
Don't get TM Devoed. That's it. That's how you win.
Yeah. Yes.
You win by not getting TM Devoed. Find a way to stop the TM Devo.
What I started to say a second ago as you were talking about Raging Bolt is, yeah, Goldango is similar to Raging Bolt, but they do have kind of different niches where Goldango can play with a 1 prize board at the start of the game, which is good. If it hits a deck like Raging Bolt, it's going to get ahead in the prize trade. And also it does take the weakness to like the devolution decks, right? So if there's stuff like Grimmsnarl sometimes, or like Guardy Jellison sometimes, like some of those decks are what can give Goldango a hard time, but Goldango can still beat those decks for sure. They're not even really like bad matchups. It's just like a different matchup spread where Raging Bolt is like maybe has a little bit different lose cons.
Right. I was just talking from more of like a consistency perspective. Like,
yeah, of course,
of course. Consistent deck, it can. See, this one's playing the Moonlight Hill that you were talking about, and that's news to me. I've never seen this before. I think that's interesting.
Oh, the Moonlight Hill? Yeah. A lot of players are testing this for Worlds because you kind of want to play a stadium in Goldango because one of your now that the deck is playing 4 Balloon. Something that can really be a problem is Jamming Tower, and you just want a stadium that can bump Jamming Tower, and if it can also occasionally do something, then that's also a benefit. So Moonlit Hill being able to heal against like Grimmsnarl or Guardy makes it a pretty good stadium choice.
No, for sure. And again, it's your fruit basket or your picnic basket, right? So
right, it's picnic basket with the downside where you can't Arven for it, but it has the upside of being a stadium counter. So it's kind of just it's a different picnic basket. Yeah,
for sure. And now Snowgrave really off to an amazing start. Badu in the active. We have our Monkey Dory set up. We have our Snow Runt set up.
Yeah, I mean this is insane. The trolley is so good. Now and then here's the thing, right? With Moonlit Hill, they're going to get basically 1 heal because once you discard that psychic energy, if you're under item lock, you can't get it back. So they're really going to have to like pick the perfect optimal time to use that 1 Moonlit Hill that they're going to get. Unless, of course, item lock gets broken for a turn, which is possible. Let me check it on this Goldango list.
And what a move by the Goldango player to bring up that Snow Runt. They know that's how they're going to get damage on the board. Definitely blocking their way into it. So really good play by them.
It is good to target the Frostless for sure. But you also have to get through the Badus as well. Like it's just so difficult because if you kill Frostless, you get item locked. If you kill Badu, you get damage ticked. Like there's it's lose-lose.
No, for sure. And I think the goal here for Goldango will be to not get too greedy. Be sure you manage what's on the board and don't get devoed. And that's going to be, and then there goes the Lively Stadium. Interesting.
Oh yeah. Interesting. Very cool.
And they're going to counter catcher up the Gimme Ghoul. Gimme.
Yeah. Makes sense. Just force the Goldango player to burn resources, right? Like now they need to find Balloon in order to move this guy, which means they might have to like burn more cards, dig through more cards that they don't want to necessarily use. Like, deck out is a realistic possibility for this matchup sometimes.
No, for sure. And again, putting the Genesect down.
Yeah. But again, like this is what they have to do, right? Because you can't really just
have to
pass with the gimme goal. You have to take another prize this turn, but then in order to do that, you have to make your board worse. So
I wonder if it was almost worth it to just minor Aaron run there, just to get energy in your hand.
You can. I don't know if they had energy in hand already. If they had energy, if they had a metal and another energy, I think it's worth to just evolve there and kill the Badu. Like, the way you win this matchup as Goldengo is you have to just keep pressuring. You have to take a knockout every turn, and just force the Monkey Dory player to like have a new attacker, a new Badu every turn, or a new Gust every turn, or just something, so that they don't get run over. The Cypher here is good too. Cypher's going to give them. They're gonna, if they cipher the correct 2 cards, they're basically gonna get another guaranteed knockout next turn. Like, just keep the pressure on. And we can see in the Badu player's hand, they don't have a draw supporter, right? They have Crispin, they have Scrapper, but like, this is how you win as Goldengo. You just keep applying pressure, and at some point, you just hope that this Frostless player is going to run out of ways to get more Badus in play, and then you can go crazy.
Yeah, because they have no damage on their side, which means they can't monkey anything, and all they can do is itchy pollen and pray.
Right. And itchy pollen, as we know, does no damage to Goldengo because of grass resistance, which is something that does come up.
No ping, 0 ping.
Yeah.
And they draw here.
It is always funny when because like I feel like grass resistance is so rare. Goldengo is really the only relevant Pokemon I can think of, and like. I remember playing at League and someone attacked me with Leafy on EX and they didn't think about it doing 170. It's just like, oh, I didn't even, it's just such a random resistance.
Resistance is, so, I made this point. If we're going to make weakness ×2, why can't we make resistance ×2?
Yeah, or divide by 2. You got to make it like divide by 2 round up because you can get decimals. Maybe they want to stay away from that.
Right. I guess so. They don't want that. They don't want the math to really get like lost, I guess.
I think that's probably the reason why. But I agree with you. I would like to see that.
It's got to be equal, and I don't like that it's not.
Yeah. Well, then you have people. You also have the argument that weakness should just not be ×2, like we had in the Diamond and Pearl era, where it was like +30 and stuff like that.
I'm with that too. By the way, I'm with that too. By the way, I just want things to be equal. We're not talking because ×2, I feel like just completely ruins things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I'm not even a Gardevoir player making this. So usually this is like from Guardy camp, right? This is something a Gardevoir player would say. I am not making that. I am not a Gardevoir player, but I agree with them. I just think 2 times resistance is too much. I think it's too much.
People have been making that case for years, really ever since Black and White block. Like, anytime you have a format with ×2 resistance, which has been every format for 10 plus years, you just get very polarized matchups. Like, every time you have a psychic deck, it's going to lose to a dark deck or something like that, which we know it's not that simple. I mean, but it leads to certain matchups being like very polarized. But at the same time, you have matchups like, Guardian to Grimmsnarl last format. That was pretty close. I think Grimmsnarl is more favored in the new format because of Air Balloon, but weakness is not always everything, but it can be sometimes kind of a barrier to like the game being how do I say, like it's a little bit of a barrier to game design sometimes.
Sometimes I think those crash outs come out from like the Gardevoir player at locals who lost to Ancient Box and they felt like they shouldn't have. It's kind of like, why is that a thing? Why am I losing to Ancient Box? I shouldn't lose to Ancient Box. That's not, Ancient Box is beyond optimal. Like, it's not optimal. My deck is optimal. Like, I'm already like running through it. I am optimal. Right. I am the optimal player. You're memeing me. Stop memeing me. I imagine that's what happened. I'm reenacting what may or
average Gardevoir player.
Average Gardevoir player, can't sit still, shuffling cards.
That's me. I've played so much Guardy, so I can't really talk.
Always like they're on some kind of energy, kind of like Rogue Energy. You guys know if you go to Rogue Energy right now, you use code Doom, you could save 20% off your order today. Guys, I'm locked in. I'm locked in because of Rogue Energy. So
quick.
today. Code Doom.
Just so quick with it. He finds the way to do it.
Yep.
Pretty good.
I know, right? Go now. What are y'all doing? Stop.
I have my Dunkin' because I'm an East Coaster.
Oh yeah. Is that an East Coast? I thought y'all were a Tim Hortons people. Like I didn't know that was a
That's
thing.
Canada. Tim Hortons, Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have them here in Texas, believe it or not.
That's right. Dunkin' is everywhere by now, but I feel like stereotypically it's like Ben Affleck, Boston. I got my Dunkin'.
I don't think there's any Dunkin' Donuts near me.
Yeah, what do you got? You guys,
I'm in
Krispy
Seattle.
Kreme. Krispy Kreme?
We have Krispy Kreme up here.
I know you're Seattle. Krispy Kreme, yeah.
I actually went to Krispy Kreme like a week ago. No, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Krispy Kreme's good.
Yeah,
I had a friend because I went to college in Tennessee, and I had a friend move here this year from Tennessee to Connecticut, and she's like getting Dunkin', and she's like, "How do you drink this stuff? It's disgusting. I need I need my Krispy Kreme coffee or whatever."
We're Shipley's family.
Here's the worst thing, real quick. Every year I've gone to Tim Hortons when I go to Vancouver. It has only progressively gotten worse.
Yeah.
It's because they sold out. I think they're franchising a lot more now.
That makes sense. It got too known. It got too trendy.
And then now look at this, guys. We're now going to see a Devo turn for sure. Now I feel like that's coming.
But it's not even going to be. I mean, it's not bad, but there's another gimme ghoul on the board with no damage on it. So
right, and it's not going to be as evasive as it usually is. And it was like I said earlier. So long as they don't get too greedy, I think this Goldango player could clean them up.
Yeah, but the Goldango, I kind of would have thought that they'd be up at least one more prize by now, but they kind of whiffed taking a prize on one of their previous turns, so they've kind of fallen behind again.
Right.
Yeah,
they're gonna take good here. The Frostless
Devoed here. The Frostless player has triple monkey, triple dark, that's the scary part. That's like, even if you start getting access to your bosses and picking at those, there's still gonna be, even if you kill one, there's still 2 monkeys on the board, and there's Frostless.
I think they've already burned 2 boss. They only have 2 boss left.
Right. And if they boss, it means again they're not knocking out the Badoo, so they're not going to get items for another turn.
Yeah, they keep getting subjected to item lock, and it's hard to get at.
Right. I would say at this point, the Frostless player is very favored, but they don't have 100% win yet. Like, I think if another gimme ghoul comes into play for the Goldango player on the next turn, they still have a shot to win. Actually, you know, it's always worth playing out. It's like,
I think they could take 3 prizes here. Looking at it,
they can, because they're gonna monkey, they're gonna Devo wipe the whole board. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think they should have evolved that Goldango.
Well, I was gonna say that's true, but I think the Goldango, I think it dies either way, right? Because they just monkey.
No, and they have to. They're subjected to Lively Stadium, so Lively Stadium is on the board.
Yeah. Yes.
And it doesn't exactly KO the gimme ghoul.
Did they plan for that with their damage? Hold on, I think
they did. That's why they spread it around. They spread it around, right. So now they moved 90.
I was looking to see if they remembered and if they put 90 on the bench, and they did.
But
so
that could have if they didn't have that stadium, they could have knocked out the other gimme ghoul. Well, the other, they could have took 3 there.
So this is right. So this is actually not gonna. This is big. The Lively Stadium is really big. That's so funny. I wasn't even thinking about that, but
that came back to bite them. That's not.
It's gonna. It's gonna be. It could have been a triple Devo turn, and it said it would have been a double Devo turn, and now they're not even going to go for it, which I think is correct. Right? You just want to wait one more turn, put more damage onto the third Goldango, and then you can Devo.
Also, maybe try to get him to bench another gimme ghoul.
Right. Well, I think that's what you have to. That's what you have to do if you're the Goldengo player. I don't know if they have their fourth one, or it could be prized. But if they have it,
or yeah, it could be prized. Yeah.
I don't think it's. Yeah, they haven't gotten anything knocked out yet, but it could be prized.
What a crazy game.
The Lively Stadium is so clutch. I was like,
oh, the Turo.
no, Turo's huge. Turo's huge there too. Yep. That could be the swing.
I think we're playing double Turo now, right? Is that the thing? Is that what Goldango's?
Some are. Yep.
He's playing double Turo. Yeah, double Turo.
So he's teched to really respect these Devo decks, which Frostless Monkey is probably not even the number one thing he's respecting. It's more like Grimmsnarl and like Guardy with the Devos, because there's some Guardy lists now playing 2 Devo, like the Jellicent lists.
Right. Well,
yeah, this makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah,
he's like just hard teched for Devo.
Yep, and they were able to bump the Lively Stadium, which is it could work in their favor. Okay, so now 10 damage. They go 3. I mean,
well, I wonder if they had to bump the Lively Stadium just to knock out the Budu. Maybe they only had 1 energy.
Yeah, more than likely. So now they're going to start moving damage around. Yeah, in this kind of tournament, in the Doom tournaments for sure, you always have to account for, and it sucks, you have to tech for the one Frostless Monkey Dory player because they're going to be really good.
They don't just otherwise.
Yeah, they don't play this. They don't play this deck for. They don't play this deck. What is it? They don't play this deck casually. This is their deck. You get what I mean? Like, if you're a Frostless Monkey Dory player, you are committed to it. You are constantly drilling it. You never stop. You know your matchups. You know your house. You know what I mean? It is the cheapest deck to build. Like, the 4th monkey. Oh.
Yeah, 4th monkey. They're attaching water just to Devo. Yep.
Comes the Devo play. They're going to take 2 prizes.
But so they couldn't get through the last Goldengo. So there's still a little bit of a board here for the Goldengo player, but you have to assume that one is going to go down pretty soon as well.
Right. And they do play the water pond. So this is like remnants of the original Snowgrave. The only difference is they're playing Lively Stadium instead of the mountains. Snow Mountain. I forgot what it's called. And that's actually why they called it Snowgrave, believe it or not. Because those mountains were really doing some work. Like I never would have thought about that stadium. It's just so good in this kind of deck, in this kind of spread type of deck. See, and this is this is what I always thought for Goldengo would have as a board state against this kind of deck. 1 Goldengo, and don't get too cocky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just keep it.
The Goldengo players played this very well. I think they've maybe gotten a little unlucky with just not drawing a lot of energy. Like they had 1 turn where they whiffed a KO because they couldn't draw energy. But now they're gonna get to pop off and thin here because they finally have 1 turn where they can play items. So you play around Ino here, you just burn like every nest ball, everything. You can see him burning the E-Search Pro, burning the Tool Scrapper, just thin everything. And then just pray that it's enough to get you through. Now, this is why it's worth always playing out, right? Because look at the hand for the Frostless player. There's not much going on there. They're probably...
They have their end game set up, it feels like. The only thing that's missing for them is the counter gain. I can't believe they cut the counter gain. I feel like counter gain in this deck is so good, dude. It's so good. You get to attack. You could sob. You could probably sob your way to victory, honestly. Because you'd have to. Well,
you have to be careful because there's double Turo and probably a switch.
Well, they played 1. I think they're waiting for them to play the second one.
They don't play. Actually, they do. This guy does not play a switch, but there is 2 Turo.
There is 2 Turo. I think he's waiting for him to play the second Turo.
Yeah.
But either way, no counter gain. That's kind of rough. You need energy attach.
Right. Yeah, I think Goldengo guy is just never going to play the other Turo, and knowing that Sob is a win con.
Yeah, I'm holding that thing to my chest. You are not taking.
There's also one thing too that so benching the Badoo here is scary. Like you want to do it because you want to keep item locking, but the Goldango player does have a monkey. So they can actually do a 2-prize. They can do a 2-prize turn next turn by monkeying onto the Badoo and then just killing the active. So they could win next turn if they have the cards to do that.
Agreed. They could monkey KO and take a 2-prize turn.
And like at this stage of the game, if your supporter is Jacques, like if it's not Ino or something like, or even Arvin getting like Devo TM or something, that feels really bad. This game has really swung from what looked like a really good spot for the monkey player. This has swung into now feeling like a really bad spot because, and that's kind of, monkey just has these games sometimes, Frostless monkey, where like, okay, I don't have any supporters in my hand. I guess I'm just
they're committing to this Genesect knockout. That's kind of big because now we're looking at, that's 180 damage on that Genesect, and we got double pings coming up. That could really change things.
Yeah, but if the Genesect dies and then they Devo through this active Goldango, it's only 3 prizes. They still need to get one more prize after that. So, I don't know.
I'm thinking KO Genesect, promote Bear. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a Bear game. But if they can get this Goldango out of the active with an air balloon or something.
Yeah.
What is going on with this screen? It's driving me crazy.
I've been trying to figure that out. It's something on their side. Like
it's TMT. It's TMT. Whatever he's doing. Stop clicking off the board. Keep it on the board. TMT, do better.
It's the new live update. It's the new motion graphics.
No, not like this. I bet. Yeah, it causes motion sickness. They said it's an enhancement for some reason. See, now the Moonlight Hill actually might have.
Yeah, that's actually insane.
That might have saved the Genesect. Yeah, and saved the Goldango from getting bared next turn. He can hear me.
Yep.
He can hear me. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's huge. But I think Frostless players still. Hold on, what's Genesect at? It goes to 150.
It's at 170.
I think they still have. They still have game. Yeah, they still have game here.
Do they have game? They have game here.
Yeah. You monkey 3 times to Genesect and then just kill the active. Yep.
Yeah, and go Bear. Yeah. GG's. They don't even know it yet. They're waiting. They're leaving Matt in suspense. That's what's happening right here. Oh my God. And this is how Snowgrave does it. It does this. It makes you feel safe. It makes you feel like you're on top. The next thing you know, you become the bottom. It's just how it works.
It was very well played from the Goldango player, but sometimes there's just nothing you can do if you just don't have access to your items for 90% of the game.
And see, this was the problem with the Snowgrave player from the last Doom Regional. They did not play the Bear. And I feel like Bear is so clutch in this list. You need the Bear. The Bear is
wins a lot of games.
Yeah. It cleans
the problem is if you start it, you're like, okay.
What a nightmare, right?
But yeah, it is awesome.
All right, I'm going to move us real quick.
Yeah.
And then I will share my screen so you gentlemen can see what I am looking at, which is the Snowgrave deck. So as Frodo was saying there, the Bear came in clutch.
Yeah, I guess this is kind of your typical Frostless monkey with there's really only one new card, which is the Scrapper. Get rid of if you run into something like a Bravery Charm, or get rid of a balloon so you can stall stuff more easily. It's pretty good. Sob is not that common. You would usually see Maractus, I would think.
I think the Sob is better. Because then because I think they play Crispin. Yeah, they do. So they play Crispin, so they could easily do a torrential.
You can actually set up. You can torrential pump. Yeah, that's actually pretty sick.
Yeah, no. And honestly, that was like, that's why we really became a fan of this list, because it just had so much versatility. There was so much it could do, and it was like not really. It was a fresh format, right? Nobody knew what could happen, and then a deck like this just like coming out. Right. Well, a deck that we knew existed, right? but like to be able to do
Yeah,
what it did was so exciting. Like right now, what we just saw, that's exciting. Stuff like that really is like, oh my god, that's what makes.
Right.
I mean, to me, tournaments like this great because you get to see a deck like this make an insane run, and we're all rooting for it. You know.
And as a broadcaster, this game goes so long that we don't have to wait in between games too long. So that means I fill up content time, which is fine by me.
This is probably the last match still going. It's probably the Frostless like every round.
We've got 5 matches left in the round.
And are any of them the other 2 Frostless players?
Well, let's find out. We'll go to pairings.
I'm actually checking now.
Music, Josh will just grab those lists. We got Eevee Flareon Box versus Charizard Pidgeot. Okay, I can see that one taking a bit.
Gardevoir Goldango.
That should have been done by now. Gardevoir just no.
That matchup actually can. Well, let's look at the Guardy list. That matchup actually can take a long time.
This is a double loss. My bad. What the hell happened here?
Maybe they didn't show up.
I'm seeing a few double losses. Yeah.
Yeah, there was I think we had 21 people not show up, but I'm not going to drop people until after round 3 because some players said they might not be able to play the first 2 rounds. And if you make 5-2-1, you still make day 2, and because records don't matter going into day 2, I'm willing to wait until after round 3 before I start dropping players. Usually you miss 2 rounds, you're out of here because like that's it. But for today, I'm making an exception because some players would come in saying, I can't get in until after round 1 or I can't get in until after round 2.
And it's Worlds.
Yeah. So
it's Worlds, baby.
So I'm trying to be as nice. And like one of the biggest things is I'm writing the script for it. I'm finally doing it because I'm treating season 2 as the full launch of the Doom Champion series. Like I'm going full out. I have graphics made up for everything. I've got things going. Like if you're watching, like you've seen the new fancy transition graphics, like not making everything graphically better, but pushing it harder. And now, I like throwing this out now because it's a nice new official title. Being a Pokemon community ambassador, I have by running this and showing like the accessibility and how many people want to play. It could be something we could see like online play get more. And like if Pokemon had official pricing, like we've seen some ridiculous pricing lately and the numbers that's pulling. Imagine if Pokemon came in and pulled numbers through stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or came in and said this grassroots tournament gives you championship points for whatever reason. Which I'd be like, oh yeah, please. But
that would be crazy.
We are now the official, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want CP, this is it, baby. Come through. You know.
I'm just imagining original like 2020 online tournaments with like what if like the really scuffed Hegsters run on like Battlefy gave you CP.
Oh god, I remember playing the first I remember playing the first Limitless tournament and it was on not Battlefy, what was it on? Smash GG.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And I remember just how much it crashed and everything. I'm actually quite happy today Limitless is running well because it's not just with like showing today. Like if you look at least we have about 800 players playing. The issue is if you go into Pocket has a like a 1,200 person tournament going as well. And usually when it hits about that 1,200 number, usually when it hits about that 1,200 number, all combined, Limitless kind of slows down. But I wouldn't be surprised if Robin saw everything coming and went. I'm going to make sure.
I think he did. I think he buffed it because I remember that happening where there was like 2 huge tournaments and it crashed it, and then Robin was like, "Oh, I need more more power in the."
I also think there's a One Piece tournament going on too that's got a lot going. Right. So it's like Limitless.
It's holding up so well, and I don't know if you guys are Patreon of them.
I am,
but if I could give them more, I definitely would. I need them. Like open up some tiers. I'll pay more. I'm for being a contributor to them because they're such an important tool for us, and it without them I mean, what is our scene? You know what I mean?
At least the online scene.
Yeah.
Like we have
Robin's the goat.
and
Robin
this is
the goat.
and this is where again like I come in, this is why I'm bringing up about accessibility. I live in a major city. I've got cups and leagues around me like everywhere. I have no issue doing that. But growing up, I lived in a small city 200 miles from the nearest metro area. We had one card shop and they didn't run Pokemon.
No. Yeah.
They were like all sports cards. Like they sold Pokemon, they sold Magic. Never
No competitive stuff.
no competitive stuff. And so like growing up, like maybe and even then like it was Toys R Us. I was like running all that stuff. Our Toys R Us didn't run it.
Right.
Because they didn't see a reason to. And that is still a situation people run into. And then even now with all the scalpers, even again, some cards are harder, but even then, we're still pretty cheap for a card game. I mean, like, let's see how much it costs to build Dragapult Duskmore. Probably like $80.
Right. Well, the one thing.
Really
$70.
Yeah, there you
Compared
go.
to other games, that's incredibly cheap. Because even like Gundam, it's a new game. That's already an expensive game. Like already like
man, I'm a Gunpla builder. I'm actually competing in Gunpla next weekend. I have a custom aerial build. I want some of the cards just so I can put them with the models beside them.
Yeah,
it look really cool for these displays. I'm paying like $800 for some of them. And am I paying that right now? No, because if I was paying $800 for a card, I would rather take that money and put it into my tournaments in some way.
right.
Like to be honest, a little bit. I almost thought about dropping my Latios as pricing this week. It's just as Worlds pricing.
No, you can't do that, bro.
No, because that's paying for my regionals this year.
Exactly. Like you.
I think if you were gonna do it, you would have done it when we announced Doom Worlds. I would have just, you know what I mean.
So
I feel like we're too late in the game to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got Doomy the Magikarp instead, which
some of these.
I will announce this now for the next regionals and all regionals from now on. I will be doing a trophy for them in some form. There's plenty of Pokemon models, and I learned a lot making a golden Magikarp. So I think the next regional we're looking at September 28th, which is the Megas are coming in.
Ooh, okay. Yep.
That will be the first best of 3. Megas will be legal. Come right in, play. It'll be really fun. I'm thinking because I'm just such a big Fuecoco guy, we'll get Fuecoco as the first one, and I'll pick up 2 more models for the next 2 regionals and do that. Plus, we also have pricing from Dual Spec. Dual Spec Weekly is giving us pricing now. Everyone in top 8 gets pricing from Dual Spec this week for this.
Nice.
You get code cards from Tabletop, and then you get the skateboard deck from me from Doomed. You get the Doomy the Magikarp, which also Kickstarter still going. We got a couple days left on that. I think like 2 or 3. So if you haven't gotten in on that, get on it. It's fully funded, so it is happening. So if you didn't want to like support and be like, I don't know if it's going to get funded, it's getting funded. It's happening.
I just thought of a crazy idea. What if you did an award show called the Doomies?
The Doomies.
I'm just saying, it's an idea. Just throwing it out.
You could. There's kind of a niche for that's open, because I remember Seagrove used to do his like end of season awards, and he hasn't been doing that for a couple years. So there probably would be, if you wanted to do the Doomies, people would watch it.
Most disappointing deck of the year.
Yeah, there you go.
Rory Moon. Here you go, Rory Moon. Sorry, I had to take that shot at your photo.
It's fine. I was gonna say you make Losta take it like it on its behalf. That'd be so funny. With like him and his Subway Surfers in the background or something. Like,
yeah, craziest streamed game of the year.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because we also have our regulars in here, right? Like we always have like Prince Vortex, Cash.
Yeah.
Right?
Cash.
Cash. Is Cash playing?
Cash said he's going I think he's playing. Is he playing in this, or because he's got an automatic day 2?
He said he's gonna eventually.
Oh, okay.
But he is playing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing in the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's day 2ing.
Yeah, he's automatic day 2. He was 100% our highest point getter. Like here, I'll even show it.
Right. I was like, surely he was.
Here you go. This was our final rankings. Cash by 117 points.
By a mile.
And this
Cash, go outside, bro.
And this is what interesting that happened yesterday.
Every time he does, he can't get into the tournament.
That is true.
Like, you know what I mean?
Where's Lee? How far do I have to scroll to find Lee? There's no way he's not up here.
I'll show you in a second. Supercell Cambo and King Heracross here both missed by a point or two. I had them write paragraphs about why they should be in, and they both did it. I didn't even read the paragraphs, to be honest. I just saw that there were paragraphs. They could have been Lorem Ipsum for all I knew. The fact they did it, I said, okay, you can come into day 2. Like, it was just so close. And I'm like, man.
Okay, some of these names, I'm like, I recognize the name just from ladder, but I don't know who the player is.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there's Andrew here. We're talking about.
Yep.
Let me see. I'll just type in Lee real quick. Lee. He should be on here because he's.
Yeah, maybe not.
No, he's won like challenges. There he is.
He's usually at Master Lee Bui. Yeah.
One.
That's funny. Well, he's not as high as the other.
And the thing is, he won one.
He won one. He just hasn't played much. That's funny.
And he's taking 2nd and 8th, but
Lee and I used to play these things like multiple times a week. Not just Doom, but like all the all the Mickeys. But yeah, Zool's in there too. I haven't been playing as many.
Jake Gearhart, Connor.
Yeah, right. Like, there's still. I was talking about this the other day with some people. Like, feels like not as many of the top players play what we like to call the Mickeys online stuff anymore. But like, there's still some.
No.
Cal and Lee and.
I have access to usernames, and I don't publicize them. But I can tell you there is a lot of top players playing under pseudonyms.
I know that too. I know some of them have. I know some of their names. Yeah, I like that Luke just uses his real name on here too instead of Celio.
Yeah, which I almost just gave him a invite because
cloud invite. Yeah,
cloud invite because he plays a lot of the regional. Well, he plays a lot of regionals, the Doom regionals, and he helps promote. And I don't remember what he took last year in Worlds, but he did pretty good as well.
Right.
Which I'm thinking.
And that's what I tell people that knock live, because it's like, dude, a lot of top players use live as a tool. It's not like it shouldn't be discredited. It kind of drives me nuts when people do that, because it's like, dude, you never know who you're playing in these tournaments.
Right. Well, and also like one of the things I was talking about when I had that conversation was like, we know some of the players that came up in like the COVID online era that went on to put up really good IRL results. I mean, I think Hedrick is probably the most like high profile of those, but there's been many players that like were onliners and then they have cut regionals. And now I'm thinking like, who in these online tournaments is going to be the next person? Like, oh, maybe they just never get to play. Maybe they only get to do 2 regionals a year, but they're really good, and like at some point their name is going to come up IRL. So it's kind of interesting. It's like who's topping this stuff that we don't really know their name, but maybe we should learn their name.
Yeah, you look like at an all-out Blitzel, right? And you see how they
another one.
Just come up and casually top 8 a regional. You know what I mean? And it's him. It's King Heracross. Like all of these players are now moving in and making names for themselves. And I'm just saying, like, anybody that tries to discredit this and discredit our movement, I think is crazy. I think they really don't get it. And I think you're just tilted because you get bad hands online. It happens. It happens in real life too. Like I said, IRL, I prize 3 metal energy. Hello?
IRL, I prized 3 Curlias once.
Yeah, exactly.
I mirage stepped and I'm going through my deck and I'm like, oh, where's this Curlias? I can't refine it anymore.
Yeah, you can't just say it's a live thing. I mean, I don't like playing online. Why? Because you can't stack your deck? Is that what's going on here? Like, I'm just confused. Like, what's the problem?
Well, usually it's just people that don't understand probability, and they're like, oh, I have 6 energy in my opening hand. Like, this could never happen in real life. Well, it could happen in real life. You know, it's like
I've had it happen.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
But people think that like it's confirmation bias too, where people are like, you could get plenty of hands that are really low odds, but they're good hands, and you don't really notice it. But if you get a low odds hand that's a bad hand, you always notice it.
Yeah, like I can tell you, I had a regional playing Charizard. One of my only ones. I started Rotom V. Started everything else was energy and stadium, and then I top decked my last energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Cool. What am I going to do?" And like, if my opponent didn't think I had something going, they went with item lock instead, and I hit like an Iono. I was able to like reset my hand, but it was still, they could have just won that turn if they thought I had more something.
Right.
So
yeah, I always think whenever I get into these debates of like, now we're going down this whole rabbit hole of online being unlucky or whatever, but like I remember Robin saying he doesn't think he's ever gotten unlucky playing Pokemon, which I think that's a stretch. I think you're allowed to say you got unlucky, but I understand what he's saying, or he's like, yeah, we're playing a game with variance. Like, sometimes you're just going to have some really awful, unplayable hand, and it doesn't mean that, like, you can't really just blame it on luck. You're just like, well, that's part of the game that we play. Like, if you wanted to play a game of 100% skill, just play chess. We're playing a game of, like, 90% skill, 10% variance.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I agree with that. If that's what you want to play chess. This is not the game for you. It's okay. Like, sometimes you're just not cut out for Pokemon, and, you know.
And also you like Robin would you know, if he sees a board that's like, okay, I started Ursaluna and I prized, I don't know, 3 Dracloak or something, Robin immediately starts thinking, all right, given these conditions, how do I win this game? Where a lot of other like lesser players would be like, well, I guess I just lose this game because I got so unlucky. You know what I mean? Like, there's always something you can do, almost always.
Right.
And the players that keep topping regionals are the ones that figure out how to navigate the bad games.
Exactly. I mean, you have a bad start, right? How do I get out of this? You know?
Yeah.
And they find it. They don't make excuses, right? I stopped saying that I bricked. I can't. I just like, yeah, sure, you could say that, but I just don't like saying it anymore. I feel like it's a bad excuse. Like,
yeah,
and sometimes sure you might do it, but I just don't. I don't like saying it. It feels what is it? It feels wrong to say something.
I try to avoid that too, because it's like, you know, and I remember almost having this epiphany when I started getting better at the game, realizing that like I would think I just bricked, but actually there was like one little thing I did wrong 3 turns ago that snowballed into me bricking, and then you're like, oh, you know what I mean?
Right. No, there could have been several things I could have done to get out of that, and I just chose not to. You know what I mean? Like, and that's, I don't, and I also don't like discrediting my opponent. You know what I mean? Like, if they played well, they played well.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person. You know?
Right.
Like, this is their day, not mine. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So. All right, we have one game that went to tie. Well, actually, we had 2 where the games were ending right as time ran out. We give about a 3-minute leeway for reporting.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if someone does win, because like the auto verify takes like 15 seconds. If you win with 10 seconds left, it doesn't verify it unless your opponent hits it. So we give that leeway. If you can post a victory screenshot within that time, saying yes, I can post it, we will give you the win. It's just live animations take time. There's certain things. Right. That come into play, like, or you're trying to get, like, you have to do multiple actions, like boss takes something. I don't want to punish you just because time ran out when you're because it takes 3 minutes and you have a minute and a half to do the actions. And it's not you doing the actions, it's the game taking that long for actions. So we're fine. We're fine with that. It's just as long as we have it. And then I think we got it verified. Oh, they even gave me the time on that. That's even better. Okay.
Goldengo had a rough round 1. 10 wins, 15 losses.
All right, there we go. That should be it. I think that is everything we needed. So let us get the next round going.
Did anything have a positive first round? Zard, Pidgeot. Charizard is very good right now, so I'm not surprised. Frostless Monkey, all 3 of them won their games as well.
We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, let's get round 2 up.
Also, the 2 others both won their games, which I think was a Spite Ops, and I forget what the other one was.
Right. There we go. A whole bunch of drops, but that's what happens. Let's see what Prowlers was going up against, because that's who we tried to get last time, and they had the bye. They are up against Joltik Box.
Ooh, okay, that could be decent.
All right, we'll go ahead and jump on down there. And to explain to you, Tate, because Frodo knows, the reason why I drag us into the channels is because I limited them to 1, because we had people jumping in and like harassing players, so it was easier to lock things.
Yeah. If any harassing of players happens, it will be done by the casters.
Yes.
Don't worry.
They'll come in and be like, "Ooh, what was that kind of deck? Why are you doing that?"
That's us.
That's actually crazy that people would do that. That's like insane to me.
Yeah, and so like we've had friends come in and say like, "Oh, I want to watch my friend." I'm like, "Can the player verify?"
Okay, I'm saying, yeah.
and then I'll let you in. But if not, You're not getting in that room. I'm sorry.
With so much effort, you have to like go into the Discord and then it's just like it's very high effort for heckling.
People are assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. To put it lightly, to not, for sure, especially in this game. I don't know where a lot of the hate. Well, that's not true. Not just this game. All card games for some reason. It's like really weird.
Yu-Gi-Oh is probably the worst I've seen, but also Yu-Gi-Oh also smells the worst. I
don't know, bro. Snorlax hate was getting kind of crazy.
Okay.
I get it, but it's like, dude, like you gotta test against it, and it's just a fact of life. You can't really just avoid it,
I had a guy do an actual table smash against me at a cup, and then he got DQ'd because he didn't like my Snorlax deck. The figures are just like insane.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if I lose to Snorlax, I lose to Snorlax. You feel me?
Right.
I lost. I don't know. That's how I feel most of the time. I just can't. If I lose, I lose. I'm not gonna. I should have tested it. Should have thought about what my outs were gonna be against this deck if I had any at all. Ugh. And that's how the cookie crumbles. So Joltik versus Zard.
Who are we watching? I want to find it on Limitless.
Prowlers. It would be the quickest one.
Prowler.
Okay, versus Wooper Glazer. That's pretty funny.
Some of the names people come up with is good.
I am also a Wooper fan, so I respect it.
Whoopa.
All right, I'm going to my black hole. You two enjoy the game.
Thanks, Bob.
Enjoy the black hole.
Actually, I'm sorry. It's my Doom Tower, my Volcano Tower.
If you go into a black hole, you get like spaghettified, and then you can't come out.
Yeah, so. like Lord of the Rings that someone with the name Frodo hasn't watched. Yeah, I remember Frodo.
That's kind of crazy.
The giant tower that Sauron had. That's me. I'm up there like Sauron up there, except I'm not going to get stabbed in the back.
Sauron?
No, Sauron. I'm talking about Christopher Lee with the badass beard.
Oh, no, but the name of the tower. The name of the tower is the Eye of Sauron.
No. It's Orthanc.
Is it?
I know my Lord of the Rings.
I was to say, this guy clearly knows his Lord of the Rings.
I'm tattooed with Lord of the Rings stuff.
He's like, how dare you?
How dare you besmirch the name of Frodo? How dare you? I'm going to Doomthink. See you there.
Everyone always tells me Frodo was their least favorite character. So
That's
I get a lot of hate
funny.
for a nickname I got when I was in elementary school.
It's crazy. There's so many worse characters than Frodo in Lord of the Rings. What?
They think Frodo's the worst character. Like out of the like.
Yeah, Frodo's definitely like the villain of Lord of the Rings for sure.
They just thought of him as useless. I mean, this is what I always hear. I always hear Frodo's useless. Why would you want to be named after him? And I was like, they just called me that when I was a kid, so I just rolled with it.
It's true. He got hard carried by Sam a little bit, but that's okay.
Hard by everybody else too. Apparently, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
I want to watch a Zard. We got a Zard. We got a Joltik. This, by the way, at Worlds, like IRL Worlds, you should expect to see some Zard. This deck is
Zard is back. Zard is back and in a big way. There's a lot of this list was actually the one I featured on my TikTok. It's funny that I'm watching it now. It has so many different outs. It is whomping on Goldangos. And it has a really decent shot against Dragapult, playing the 1 mist energy, the fruit basket, like hello. Air balloon's a huge buff for it. They just have so many outs now. They have Brock scouting to get around the Badoos. I mean, this deck is saucing. We got some sauce, and Zard is back in a big way. Whether it's Zard Pidgeot or Zard Dusknoir, I feel like Zard is something you need to test against and be prepared for.
Yeah, so this matchup is interesting because people think of it as usually a pretty Zard favored matchup, but Joltik can definitely win a lot of games because it does have Iron Leaves, and I checked the list. This guy is playing the Iron Leaves, which you need it in this meta. There's Grimmsnarl and there's Charizard, so you need it.
Leaves, but, you got hands. You have ways to take multiple prizes. I mean, this is a very good start for the Joltik player because they get to Crispin here. They don't need to play a boss this turn, which means they're going to get multiple attackers set up, and they're going to amp here for 2 prizes. And then if they can get a 2-prize knockout next turn, all they need to do is clean up the game with Iron Leaves. So they have their 2/2/2 prize map all set out for him here. That's right. Fixes everything, but as many prizes as they take, it is powering up that Zard. So if they whiff a knockout on a Zard, you know what I mean?
I also don't know about the Pika being powered up here. What I would have liked to see is get another Iron Hands potentially powered up, because I think what they're banking on is next turn they can knock out the Pidgeot. But if our Charizard player here just doesn't evolve into Pidgeot, it's going to be a lot harder for Joltik to actually take 2 prizes next turn. I checked their list. They do not have something like a Gravity Mountain, so I don't think they have a way where they could one-shot a Zard other than using the Iron Leaves. And if you use the Iron Leaves on the first Zard, you obviously don't have it for the second Zard.
See, this is my problem with current Joltik box lists. Them not playing the Gravity Mountain. How do you plan on taking the KOs on these big stage 2s? Like, you need an Oko. Outside of Iron Leaves, you need a big Oko with either a Pikachu or a Garantula.
I mean, it's still like this matchup is still doable. One of the things with Gravity Mountain is that it's so difficult to find it. You don't have a lot of draw in Joltik box. It's very hard to find your one of copy. But this is a board where, like, if you have an Iron Hand set up here, you just need a Gust this turn, and then you can Iron Leaves for game. But the Pidgeot did come into play, so a boss is still going to get 2 prizes on the Pidgeot, and then you can clean up with the Iron Leaves. So we just have to see. We just have to see if there's a Grass Energy and a boss basically here for Wooper.
So it's all and that's the other problem I have with Joltik boxes. I feel like it's all like if you don't win the game in the first 4 turns, you kind of just lose.
Yes.
And that's been my problem. I don't know. I got flamed this weekend on TikTok because I was speaking. The people thought I was talking down on Joltik box by putting it in C tier, but I'm just saying I think it's just a lot of bite with no real middle ground. You know what I mean? Like it's all open game with no plan at the end. It's like there's different techs you can do to respect different matchups. This list is a lot of 4s. Some people play like the one Ino to hedge a little bit, where like
if you play Ino, you can get one extra turn in the late game to Joltik to something. This guy's just running 4 Boss, 4 Arvin, 4 Crispin, 4 Nest Ball, 4 Ultra, 4 gears. A lot of people only run like 2 or 3 gears.
Right.
So it's just all consistency, not a lot of stuff like Gravity Mountain or, Ino or other techs.
And this is pretty big here, right? Because now they could probably get Prime Catcher off of this if they have the grass energy in hand. Like you said, they could take the KO on the Pidgeot. Okay,
Ooh.
well, we're getting Bravery Charm.
It's interesting. They got Nest Ball, which means maybe they don't have either of those cards, and they're going to try to get Fez and Sack into them. Or maybe they have both of the cards in hand. we don't really know until we see what happens.
Right, agreed. And here comes the Fez. Yep, the Flibbity Scribbity for 3 right here.
Yeah. If they don't have the combo here, that's a pretty bad spot to be in. If they don't have Grass plus Gust, that's you have to take a turn here to basically just Joltik again, and then we see the boss in hand for the Charizard player. They're gonna get very far ahead in the prize race, and it's almost impossible for Joltik to win from there.
And they have the Jolting Charge.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
no.
Tough.
They're not equipped. They're not equipped,
Very tough. Yeah, so whatever. Now you can go after the hands here. You can go after the Fez. I kind of like going. I like going after the. I like going after the Iron Hands. I think it doesn't really matter too much. You just want to take 2 prizes somewhere. But if you get rid of the hands, you get the grass energy off the board, which makes it a little bit harder to Iron Leaves.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's almost no way that the Charizard player can lose this game because they have Pidgeot down. Yeah, it's chalked. As long as they have if they have a Charizard in deck and they have 2 Charizards in deck, I don't think they can lose this game.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just they're way more equipped than the Joltik player, and you guys could stay equipped too by going to Doomed Gaming. Use code Doomed. Save 10% off your order, guys. He's got great mats there, so you guys haven't been or visited Doom's website, you should today. Try it today. Doomed Gaming. Code Doomed.
So
right?
slicked.
Just
so slick.
He's just that good.
You didn't get that when I was saying equipped like a million times? I was like, Tate, slow down. Tate, let me just do this real quick.
I gotta pick these up more.
I mean, I've been streaming. I've been streaming and casting these for like 3 years, and Furrow's the first one to do it, and it like took me by surprise.
Well, this is funny. Like, he's clearly the more polished caster, and then I get into Pokemon mode, and I'm like, Doctor Strange listing the 13 million ways this matchup could go, and then I don't remember to do any of the actual casting stuff.
Yeah, man, you got to remember we got to pay the bills. So I'm hoping Doom can pay some bills. So
yeah, where's my money, Doom?
It's in the mail. The check's in the mail. I swear.
Check's in the mail. Hey,
good to know. Good to know.
Doom could literally pay me in code cards if he really wanted to. Not that I need them, but it's just, it's that he cares is what matters, and I know he cares. That's the other.
It's the thought.
Look, I care enough. They made me an official community ambassador. So
yeah,
there you go.
I've got that TPCI slap of approval now.
So we're Pokemon players. We don't get paid with money. We just get paid with Twitter clout. That's the only currency that matters for Pokemon players.
Have you seen my presence? It's awful. I actually I feel like me, I've kind of fallen off a bit, but I just keep making content, and that's the plan. Just keep going. Don't stop. And keep doing the things that make us successful, like promoting our sponsor, promoting Doom.
Yeah.
Like promote other community members, because they are what's going to keep us going into 2026 and thereafter. It's a good start for them. No, wait, not really. Artisan. God, that hand. Oh, God. So we were talking about hands, right? This hand. Let's talk about this hand for a second. Wow. If they could. Well,
the thing that's funny is that this hand is like not even that bad. But to your point is that it looks like it's poorly randomly generated, which is true.
Did you put all your monsters in one part and then you stacked it? You didn't you know what I mean? Like, how did you do that? All 3 of your Zards and both. Not both Ionas. I think they play the 4, but here. But it's still to your point. This is not a bad hand. They could easily.
I mean, this is great, but
yeah,
it's fine. It has a draw supporter, so. Yeah. This is what I wanted to see last game. This is what you should do as the Joltik players. You should try to just get 2 knockouts with hands and then clean up with Iron Leaves. If you try to use Pika, but you don't play Gravity Mountain, like, what is the Pika really doing? It's not killing Zard.
It's doing its best.
I think also having as much energy on the board as possible is good for your Iron Leaves. So if you eventually need to take the KO with the Iron Leaves. Because not having it on the board, how are you going to speed that up? That sucks too.
This is nice sequencing from the Zard player. INO before you Artisan. It's a pretty obvious one, I think. But first of all, if you draw into any basics, you have the choice of you get the other basic off of Artisan. And then also it shuffles the deck because we know the 3 Zards just all got put to the bottom of the deck. Now they get shuffled back in. So a little thing, but the correct line there. And then Mind Bend to take a prize. Okay.
Oh yeah. Sure. Okay. Because why not? Active Defiance there.
I don't know if I like that because it doesn't really help your prize trade. Like,
I think they don't want a Garvantula. I think that's what that is. But even then, it's
I would also say the Joltix is going to go after your Charmanders more than your Monkey Dory, which allows them to try to confuse their 1 Iron Hands that does have energy and make it more difficult for them to continue to take prizing.
I mean, you're right. It's true. It does block the Galvantula, but like you can answer Galvantula with a Chi-Yu if it comes down early. So I don't know. But like it gives them Fez, which is pretty big, and it gives them it makes your prize trade like. Well, the Joltik doesn't play INO, so it's not going to hurt them in that way. But like, you still have to take 3 knockouts. But the big thing is just giving the Joltik player access to Fez, which I don't love that much. Also, committing the energy means like you're just losing another energy here for kind of no reason.
Whoa. Okay, wait. What are we doing here? They got the Prime Catcher and the Vitality Band. There's just pass.
What?
Oh no. Okay, and this now has gotten interesting, folks. This is a game. We got a game now. I think we can definitely reload here. Artisan, grab the
rewind.
Yep.
Was that? Did they like misclick, or was that like? Is this actually a Galaxy Brain? What they did? I'm thinking about it.
I think they passed. I don't know what they're doing. Actually, I'm gonna be honest.
I was gonna say it was Galaxy Brain to not take prizes, but they didn't attach any energy, so I feel like they had to have like misclicked somewhere.
Or just by pure luck, they actually didn't find any energy.
Right, but then don't you just go Arvin? What did he do? Arvin for Prime? Like, he doesn't play a Vessel. Ooh, okay. No Vessel. Yeah, maybe he just whiffed energy. Yeah.
Yeah, whiffing energy. I mean, and here's what I've noticed about PTCGL is if your start's crap, there's a good chance your opponent's start is crap. So I feel like that's pretty even, honestly. That's what I've noticed. I'm just going by what I've noticed.
Yeah.
So, like, especially like in my testing with friends, whenever my hand is pretty awful, I'll look at their hand and I'm like, nah, theirs sucks even more. So,
right.
This is pretty bad.
Well, so here is the thing. Like, for the Joltik player here, I think he missed energy again. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is not good.
A lot of trouble here.
Yeah.
Especially now, rare candies are on the table. Yep.
So even assuming if they did have an energy last turn, it might have been correct to not take the prize or the 2 prizes on the monkey because you don't have another attacker set up, and then the Zard just comes down and wipes your hands off the board, and then you have to like waste a turn using Joltik again. So it's actually correct to like not attack there until you draw like Crispin or something, but just not drawing any energy at all and not even having the option is like that's unlucky. But that's why these decks play Max Belt's. Oh my god, Max Belt's crazy here. Okay, Zard player just wins now.
Yeah, now the Zard player is about to run over Joltik Box. My lord, and this is why we're saying, guys, Zard Pidgeot is scary. It's a scary deck. If you're not testing against it, you need to, because the deck is good now. It's good again. It's fashionable, right? And I think I'm happy it's back. I never thought I'd ever say that, but I'm kind of happy it's back, because to me it fixes the meta. We are now balanced again. You know what I mean? Because Zard exists. And Zard's not the ultra mega power that it was, right? It's not the Dark Souls boss anymore. Like it's
I mean, anything with Pidgeot is always going to be like high skill ceiling when you can kind of grab what you want. You can build the deck with a bunch of different A specs, which is cool. Like we see Max Belt here, but some people play with Trolley, some people play with Secret Box, some people play with Stamp.
Stamp, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it's strong into Goldengo, it's strong into Guardy, it's strong into Joltik. Like it's just a well-rounded deck right now. It's going to be played at Worlds. It's going to be very good.
Absolutely. And then here's the Garvantula I told you they were worried about. And then Crispin on the top. Off the top.
Yeah, but it's still too late though, because the Galvantula is just going to get killed, and then again there's just no response from the Joltik player. Like, you know, as soon as they had that couple of turns where they whiffed attachments, the game just kind of ended because of the Zard player running this Max Belt.
What? And they just concede. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And I think they looked at that, and there's just no way to come back there.
Right. I mean, the thing with Zard, again, like, it's a deck that can maybe have a rough early game sometimes, although it's usually pretty consistent. But it has these late games where it just can't lose, because if you gust the Pidgeot, you leave the Zard in play, and it's just going to one-shot everything. And if you kill the Zard, you leave the Pidgeot in play, and then they can just answer whatever you do. So it's like it has such it's a Gardevoir tier deck in terms of like having an amazing board state at the end of the game. Same thing with Guardy. It just has an unbeatable board state at the end of the game.
A deck that you can play slow and not really trip, because you know at the end game you have a high-powered machine that can just OHKO pretty much anything in the game, right? And you have a great search engine. You have Cleffa to draw. You have Ionos. You now play the Picnic Basket, which is tremendous. I mean, everyone just discovering that Picnic Basket wasn't bulk now.
Okay,
right. It's big.
Well, as soon as Grimmsnarl became a deck, yeah.
Fox just came into the Twitch chat saying he could not find any energy.
Yep.
So
that's what we figured happened there when you just pass with. It's like,
So
what are you gonna do?
As much as we wanted it to be big brained, it just wasn't.
I was like, if you just attach an energy here and pass, that's a Galaxy Brain play. But without the attach, I was just like, oh, he had to have not drawn any energy, which just sucks.
All right, we might have another game here. I'm checking it.
No.
Oh, I kind of want to see this. Andrew here playing Snowgrave against Mamoswine.
Yes, I will never not say no to that. Oh, that's rough for Mamoswine.
Yeah, let's go check that out real quick. All right, I'll find out what game they're in real quick too.
Andrew, I know you can't hear me, but I'm a big fan.
And they are. Why did I do it that way? Sorry, I'll have it up for everyone too. Andrew's up 1-0. So
yeah, it's kind of rough for the Mamoswine player, honestly. Definitely winnable though. It's just kind of rough.
This board looks pretty bad. Well, actually, no. I think this board is actually good for Mamoswine. They have Pidgeot.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I think so too. With the Pidgeot down already, and it's just hard with the item lock. But then we got the TM Evo on board, so we are going to see Mamoswine hit the board, right? Can they get one more swine up? Right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Swine. Piloswine is the middle one, I think.
Piloswine. Yeah. And then we got Yeah, you could tell.
I mean, this is probably the first time ever that line has been relevant. I don't think there's ever been a good Mamoswine before this. I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
I play Unite too, and I hate Mamoswine as a player. So yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Every time I see that stupid pig on the field, I turn red and I just want to rip it apart.
That was like that in VGC during Sun Moon era. People would bring out Mamoswine, and then it would hit you with a Ice Shard, which got like priority, and everybody was playing Garchomp, so Ice Weakness, and it was just stupid Mamoswine coming out.
I was curious. I went to the card database real quick and looked at every other Mamoswine in case I was forgetting one, but no, they have literally all been complete bulk until Mamoswine EX. It's like 15 years of terrible Mamoswines.
So some Andrew lore real quick. I think he's playing the same list he won Gestures with. So he won Gestures weekly not even like 2 weeks ago. So he's hot. Andrew's hot right now. Andrew could
no reason to change the list.
Yeah. Andrew's out for blood this tournament. I think he is definitely trying to finish the freaking story. And I think he can do it today. I want an interview with him so bad. I just want to do it. I want to be like, dude, what was the thought process? What made you think, this could do it? I don't even think he thought he would go on as crazy of a run as he did, but I mean, I'm still thinking about it. I get goosebumps, man. I'm like slapping my forearm thinking about it. It's crazy.
This is getting sketchy for Mamoswine player because they've not taken a prize yet, and the damage is really adding up. I mean, if you're playing an evolution deck into Frostless, obviously you want to stagger your bench. You want to, like this turn, put another Swinub down, and then the turn after that, like put another Swinub down. Don't put them all down at once and evolve them all at once, so you avoid as much Frostless damage as possible. But it's so hard under item lock. Another funny little thing is the grass weakness. It's kind of like the Grimmsnarl matchup where like Badoo is hitting you for 20, which is actually relevant when you're just like every single damage counter matters when you're about to Devo. But I mean, the Pidgeot being established is nice. You have a little bit of cushion against item lock, but they realistically they're on a one-turn clock here until their whole board is about to get devoed.
They definitely need another Swinub down. Another Swinub has to hit the board. But even then, without Swinub, Mamoswine, it only gets powered up by the number of stage 2s on the board. So without that, they can't. And I imagine that is their main attacker. I could be wrong.
Right. No, it is.
But
I mean, they have the So a lot of people play Mamoswine with like the Blaziken line. They don't have that. They just have a couple of Luxray that cheats itself into play.
Luxray and a Garchomp. Interesting.
They have Kling Klang, where if your opponent has a stage 2 in play, you can bench the Kling Klang, which is kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Because obviously there's a lot of, Guardy, Grimmsnarl, Dragapult. There's a lot of stage 2 decks. So I feel like most games you're going to be able to. But here comes the board wipe. Yep,
the de-evolution turn. And then the Iono, God! Oh my God, stop it, Andrew!
I mean, the Iono could be helpful for the Mamoswine player because they didn't bench a Swinub last turn. Maybe they draw one off of this, but it was more so just because Andrew needed to see some more cards for next turn. But this is pretty terrible. I mean, their Swinub lives by 10 health here, but they can't. It's like they just have no board.
Yeah, I think
I guess they could go Candy. They could play Candy here into Mamoswine because they're not item locked. So they could maybe get a knockout here.
And they play 2 Devo though, so they're definitely going to set up for that.
He's just going to get Devoed again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rare Candy, Mamo. Which I feel like you might. I don't know. I felt like this thing was dead one way or another. Got to put down another one. Is there another one? Do you need a Night Stretch?
Well, they might not have another one in deck. Yeah. Although they do play 4. They play 4 copies.
There's no. Well, they have Super Rod. There is no Night Stretcher, so they'll have to Rod it.
Yeah.
So we're looking at Rod Poppin.
Rod gets discarded. Very interesting.
Swine Up was in the hand.
Yeah, I don't know what they're exactly going for, because you have to bench another one because this one is going to get devoted.
Yeah, you're getting devoted. The thing's going away. I guess because they could just monkey kill it. I guess that's what they're saying. But there's only 2 monkeys on the board. I don't know. In this particular instance, it's kind of hard to just, I guess. Plan.
I don't know what the thought process was there. I mean, there's some, again, Mamoswine lists are different. You have some where they play reversal, and then they can actually attack with their Lux Ray and stuff like that. This one is not playing any reversals, so...
There's also a good chance they're just going,
He's gonna try to use Garchomp, which makes some sense. It's a 1 energy attacker. Makes some sense. But
I just thought they were going through the motions, personally.
Right. But also, again, like... They're going to get item locked here. They're not going to be able to get Garchomp in play next turn. So
yeah, they can't rare Garchomp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know if they've played Prime Catcher yet?
No, they haven't.
Okay, because I was going to say there could be a possibility of a Maractus lock at some point.
Yeah, that's true. So they play, what's in the Mammoth? Well, let's see. They do have a Turo. I don't know if they've discarded that, but they do have a Turo in the list, so that is an out to Maractus.
Yeah, they have a couple outs. They have the Turo, they have the Prime Catcher.
But I mean, if you're scared of Maractus lock, you can put Swinub in play. You can attack with that line. You don't want to have the Fez in play, right? So that's like already...
I think they have bigger concerns than the Maractus.
Right, that's that. Yeah. I don't think that's a valid reason to not put the Swinub in play. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this board stage is so good for the monkey, though. Like, there's so much damage stacking up. There's still only still 1 prize, or have they taken 2 prizes by now for the Mamoswine?
They've only taken 1.
They've only taken 1 prize. Yeah, it's
prize. They're really far behind. They got to start moving. They got to start taking prizes. They are behind. They could play the Luxray.
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't play reversal, so there's no like.
What's the point of the Luxray? Am I crazy? What's the point of the Luxray?
It's just to boost Mamoswine damage.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what?
So it's just it's an easy stage 2 to get into play. But again, some lists can attack with it. This list cannot attack with it. So it's just Mamoswine and Garchomp that he's going to be able to use.
Every time I see a Luxray, I'm thinking they're attacking with it, right?
Right.
Good of an attacker to not attack with.
Right.
But here we are. 140 each way. There's a jamming tower in play.
Yeah, the jamming is nice. The jamming is nice. It might protect against the Devo by another turn here.
Yeah, because they play 3 Artisan. So, and I think that was their second.
But Triple Monkey is just so hard to deal with. Like, I don't know if there's a way back into this for the Mamoswine player.
Yeah, now you can target down the Pidgey. You could take.
I was say Andrew has so many choices. He can kill Badu if he wants to. He can kill Pidgey, which you're right. I think that's the correct play. You still have some residual damage you can put onto the Fez. Basically, just set up to have game next turn, right? All you need to do next turn is move the damage around, take your 3 prizes on the Badu and the Fez. I mean, there's plenty of damage on that Fez.
And there's the closer.
Yep.
They got their closer. It's
right.
Play the closer music. He's gonna be coming out.
coming in to close the game.
I don't even think Ursaluna's not even gonna be able to be used because there's not enough prizes taken from the Mamoswine player.
No, because I think if they KO Badu here, the bear's coming out. I think.
Well, but it doesn't. It almost just doesn't matter because there's just kind of just game on board right now with how much damage is on the Fez.
I also forget how easy it is to KO the Badu. All right, big Iono here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's just
Jesus.
game on board.
Are you kidding me?
They can't use the Devo.
Yeah, but they get unfair stamp.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, the stamp is good. The stamp is good. But I don't know if they're. Hold on. Okay, Pheasantipity ticks to 150 here, and then they go. Yeah, they have game on board.
Yeah,
Because they just need to move. They just need to move 30 to Badu and then 60 to Fez, and they're gonna have that. So that's game.
Hey, Doom, do you make dice?
Dice is pretty expensive to make. You have to order them like in packages of like 500.
Got it. I wasn't sure. Hey, they have you on a commercial break. What's up with that? Oh, it's just the ads. My bad.
Yeah, it's the ads that run. I mean, I can run my ad.
Why didn't my sub renew? I'm upset. My sub should have renewed. I'm now angry. Ugh, give me customer care. What is this? This is game, baby. Knocked out. It's insane. I don't know. I like when the bear comes out to close. It's like a closing picture, you know.
Have you seen like the pageantry they do for closing pictures now?
Yeah, it's great. It's everything. As a wrestling fan, it's everything I wanted.
Like,
What, you mean just like having the song and the walkout?
yeah, but also now like the Mariners, they have like pyrotechnics behind them. Like they have flamethrowers from where they come out.
Yeah.
So like, and then they got all the LED lights, so the lighting's changing and all that. And they're like, for us, it's like Andros Muniz, and like comes out. And like we were at my brother and Mellow Magikarp were at one game. They had like a drone fly down beside him and like did like a 360 shot of him walking out there, and they put it on YouTube. It was yeah. Whereas I'm like, why couldn't I have that when I threw out the first pitch? They're just like representing T-Mobile, senior art direction manager Zach Roy, and I go out and
Did you actually get to do a first pitch? That's actually sick.
Yeah, I did.
That's really cool.
That was last Friday. And that's the reason why I had to run a tournament.
Really?
Yeah, I had to run a tournament on Sunday, on Saturday, because they were like, "Yeah, you want to throw out the first pitch on a Friday game?" I'm like, "Yes." So
what kind of question is that?
So obviously, you're a Pokemon player who got to throw the first pitch, but who do you think is going to be the first person to throw a first pitch because of being a Pokemon player?
I don't know.
What do you think? I feel like it wouldn't be ToD because he's not American. I feel like it would be Azul.
Someone like Azul. I think if anyone did it would be the Dodgers first. But the Dodgers would
get Azul on there. Let's talk to the Dodgers. Let's see what we can do.
But I think the Dodgers would rather get Pikachu to do it. Like,
or Mahone.
Pikachu. We would need to get someone on like Hollow Live level. And even then Hollow Live people didn't.
How bad are the Indians right now?
They're actually coming the Guardians.
I mean, I was to say they are not a team anymore. The Guardians.
The Guardians are about to pass the Yankees for the wild card, as the Yankees are like now the worst team in the league all of a sudden.
The Yankees might not make the playoffs, man.
Dude, them losing to the Astros last night was so hype.
Like I won't lie. I won't lie. I wanted the Yankees to beat the Astros because I'm a Mariners fan, but also I hate the Yankees, and the Yankees losing just makes our wild card chances better anyways. So I was in a win-win situation. The Yankees win, I win. Houston wins, I win. It doesn't matter. I win.
I'm winning. Yeah.
I am a big Red Sox fan, so ever since we traded Raffy and everybody was like doom and gloom, and then we've just been going up and up and up, and the Yankees have just been going down, and it's been very good for my mental health.
All right, I want to move us real quick because I thought Andrew here was still playing against Lee, but that game is done. I'm trying to find what the result of that was.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got like 20 some odd Mariners hats, and I had to choose one. I'm like, which one do I choose? They're all so good.
Doom made me realize I need to up my Astros hat game because I definitely have fallen off. I used to have a bunch of them. I don't anymore. Oh, because I became a Pokemon caster, and then my life became Pokemon.
Oh, sorry. I thought Andrew was against Lee. No, who was against Lee? It was the other one, I think.
Let's see.
The other Frostlass Monkey Dory. No, he's
so
still going.
like
Oh,
the
he is still
team-
going. It's TMT 2012.
Yeah.
Let's just go check to see if that game's still going.
Let's watch that.
Which, I mean, like, Frost Lost Monkey Dory's become, like, the mascot of the stream all of a sudden. But, let's see. Looks like they might have finished. I'm just going to refresh it. Yeah, Lee ended up winning. Okay,
Let's go,
moving us
Lee.
back. All right, but yeah, like,
Monkey Dory's undefeated.
What?
It's a 2 rounds.
What?
Are they still all? Oh no, one of them.
one of them just lost.
One of them lost. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never
Let's
mind.
see.
I was like,
Lee beat him. See, Lee's playing Goldengo, and he did get through one Frostless Monkey Dory. So like the matchup is certainly winnable.
I mean, any matchup's winnable.
no, and we knew that last.
Yeah, you're right.
The last regional, we knew that because in Top Cut,
It finally
the
won.
one-
Yep.
yeah, it won after he had faced 10 Goldengos, beat them all,
And
and
then
then got to.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
where? Let me
It
find
was
that.
probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Like, talk about matchup roulette luck. Like, dude, go get a lottery
Yeah.
ticket, right? And you know what I mean. You're running. You're on hot right now.
Yeah, let me find the
Lee
GIF
was
GIF
running
here.
that double Turo, so that's pretty relevant for that matchup for sure.
Here you go. This is what I ended up tweeting last regionals because I had won so much.
So good. It's like literally my favorite image. Put that on a shirt. Let's get it out.
And then on top of
Uh,
it, this is the hat I wore today to start the stream. I'm talking about hat game.
Yeah, that thing's so nice.
Sea wolves.
See
Oh, the
what
moon
mammoths.
I saw that. I saw the moon mammoths thing. That's sick.
They have a thing on top that says, due to overwhelming success for our Moon Mammoth launch, order fulfillment is slower than expected. We're working hard to make sure all orders are shipped as soon as possible. Please allow 3 to 4 weeks. I was one of the first
Yeah.
pre-orders, and it still took me a month to get it.
Wow.
It's a sick hat. It's a sick hat. It's really cool.
It's one of my favorites. And like the thing is, like, I needed a black and purple hat to match with like some of my black and purple flannels,
Yeah.
and that matched so well. I was like, oh, you're going right
There's
into
so
the
many good
rotation.
minor league. So many good minor league team names.
I also have the Trash Pandas, the Rocket City
Yeah.
Trash Pandas, the Hartford
Nice.
Yard Goats.
Yep. That's
Uh,
local to me. I've been to a Yard Goods game.
I love the Yard Goats. Hillsboro
Yeah.
Hops. And then
there's a
Everett-
couple that are
Everett Aqua Sox. And then the Rainiers, because
Yeah.
like they're that's Mariners stuff. But
We have the Space Cowboys.
Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. I know.
I know the Space
That's a good
Cowboys is one like I've wanted, but at the same time I don't want that Houston association. But then again, I got the Trash Pandas, and they're associated to Anaheim. I'm like,
I feel like you can't beat that up. The Angels are so bad. You're just like whatever.
yeah.
It's farm ball. Yeah, the Angels, we don't care. Angels, like, whatever, bro.
They watched
I mean,
Otani walk. I mean,
Yeah, you
it's
just
okay.
have
He's
to
still
feel
never
bad
winning a
for
World
him.
Series. So.
all right,
Or
check.
did he win a World Series? Anyway, I can't remember.
Yeah, but check this. Goldingo, 36% win percentage.
Yeah, it's getting. Wow, that's actually pretty bad.
And like to be honest, I don't know how many of these are just O2 no shows.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, it's true. You have to take that with a grain of salt.
But you have the 01 means they dropped. 01 means they dropped.
Sure.
Digital 01 drop. And like things, you could lose 2 games and still be fine. Like we have to. That's why I'm holding out, like dropping people. Is
Right.
I'm waiting for 3 games today because some people said they were going to be late after two rounds, and they just wanted to make
Right.
sure they were in.
Because like we do have, there's still 4 Goldengos at 2-0, which is like, you know, and then some of these that are 1-1. Let me see, like what have they been playing against?
This one, I know Rodimus Prime was a late show. So I looked
Yeah,
that up.
Lost to a. Okay.
Xavier Morgan lost to a Grimsnarl Frostless. Okay, that can be a loss because like they get the pings going, and then
Oh, James Arnold's playing. Okay, good player. He dropped. Lost to. All right. It's funny. James Arnold and James Teal are both regional. Well, James Arnold's a regional champion. James Teal's a regional finalist.
We
That's
had the NAIC juniors player get all the way to top 4 and win the tournament of dooms. It's like 2 a.m. and they're still playing.
Yeah.
I like reached out to their parents, like, is this fine? Like, yeah, there's summer vacation.
Yeah.
And they
That's
were just knocking everybody out. I'm like, to me, I'm like, oh gosh, these junior players are getting rougher.
Where was the 9-0 Crustal guy? Was that in your tournament or was that something else?
That was late night. Which rest in peace to late night.
That was so funny though. The guy who went 9-0 drop.
We've had that happen though. We had like an 8-0 drop, and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, I did learn a new thing that you can disqualify a player, which takes them out of the standings, and it just puts them all the way down here. But because we have the points, I usually don't do that because you want points. But this was the last chance qualifier, so I finally got a chance to actually disqualify a player and get someone else into the finals.
There you go.
Or into it. Then someone dropped anyways in top 8. I was like, oh, cool, thank you. Good, done that earlier. the one time I can fix things. Like,
right.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
Hey, the Gardevoir's 2-0 that we were hoping to watch, but he had essentially that first round bye and then won the mirror. Crussel's 2-0. Wonder what they played against. Oh, geez, you kind of win against Raging Bull if they don't play the baby.
Yep.
Let's find out if they play the baby.
There's 3 Crussels. All right.
Okay, they do play the baby, but I mean,
you could attack with Fan Rotom. You could
Fan Rotom, but again, like, it doesn't survive a hit.
Poor one of the Crussels, the O2 Crussel, he hit the Sinistra. The single prize, the non-EX that does like 210 damage. Like that. That's just bad luck. God.
And what about the 01? Oh, they dropped. The 01. When another one of those 01 drops. They're from Germany. They're like, I don't want to stay up any later for this, so I'm just going to lose.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like 7 p.m. in Germany.
Yeah,
that's nothing.
And things are moving pretty decently for this. I think it helps that when instead of having like last year we had almost 400 players in this. This year we're more like 160. And we have more.
You guys got randomly owned by Smart Series being apparently the same day. I didn't see that.
Yeah, and there was there was some people on Twitter fighting him about it, talking about this. Yeah. This has been scheduled for months, and then
like I was told not to comment on it, so I'm not going to comment on it.
My thing is it happens. It's competition, and if he's able to offer a cash prizing, great. And then that's the way it is. And if anything, like I said, like my goal is to get online official play. And if something like that happens where we have like money tournament of that much, that means that gives me more ammo and pitching towards TPCI about supporting online play with the numbers.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, either way, it's got to happen, right?
Yeah.
I feel like there's such a movement for it right now, and a lot of people want it. I mean, if VGC gets one, why can't we? It's kind of crazy that you don't. Look, dude, we all play around the bugs. If you're worried about the bugs, it's fine. I mean, we play around it. We still do. We're able to run these tournaments, right? How often does that happen, Doom? It doesn't happen that often. You know, you're a judge.
We've had like only 3 judge calls today. Like legitimate, not that many bugs. And on a bad night, my record is 72 judge calls.
Sheesh.
But some of that was also people calling because they were slow play or people cursing each other out. So like that stuff, like I have a whole document that goes over stuff, and I'm going more into it this next week because I'm taking next week off because I'm going to a Weird Al concert. Sorry, and I need a week break before I start the new season up. Anyways, I run this almost nonstop every week. At some point, I need a Friday off.
Right.
But there is, let me pop it up here, this FAQ I have that goes through like what the DCS is, general information, the tournament structures, how to stream games, what our judge rulings are, like how we handle all that. Like when does a bug happen? How do we handle that? So like if a game happens, like if a bug happens in the first turn, we have a whole setup for that. If it happens in the middle, it's like, okay, do you both agree on restarting? But if it happens late, we can't do anything about it. There's no fair way to reset a game, or there's just not enough time. Like if your game crashes with 5 minutes left, I'm not going to extend the whole tournament by another 25 minutes so you can play one more game.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this. I'm writing this out even further, and we're just everything we have. So like this is public if anyone ever wants to see it, and it gives us a baseline to make calls and make sure everything is fair. Like one of the big things, and this is something that's always said, is regulations are written in blood. So there's stuff that we've written in here because of something that's happened in the tournament. Like we had a guy crash doing their turn for game, but they had a screenshot of their hand and everything.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, and because I'm able to see that, I'm like, yeah, you won. I know play. Right. And then the other player started saying we were scamming him.
Yeah, but like, come on. He has game. Like
it's not a dumb thing. Like
it's not his fault. It's the game's fault. It's the client's fault.
Yeah, it's not that they need 3 turns to win or 2 turns to win. No, they literally were winning with 1 card play. It was like nothing I needed to think about.
Totally understandable. Yeah.
Whereas then we had someone else try that. I'm like, dude, you need like 2 turns, and I have no idea what your opponent has.
Right.
So sorry. And that's the kind of situations we have. Or like we had a situation where we had 2 block lacks playing each other who got stuck in an infinite loop.
What did you do? Did you do higher seed or something? Or
higher seed. That's how we found out.
Yeah.
So it sucked.
I don't know if it's codified in the rules, but I think that's what the actual procedure is. If it happens IRL, it's higher seed.
IRL is you're supposed to reset the game, and if they get stuck in another infinite loop, then it goes to higher seed.
Yep.
Because they both had a win condition. They just both missed the win condition and got stuck in an infinite loop.
Right. Yeah, because I remember when that was actually sort of close to happening. Like there was if cut went a certain way, it could have happened at a regional. And I don't know what would have happened. Because I feel like with that iteration of stall, you could always make the argument like, well, technically, if my opponent flips like tails on Silene, then they can lose. But that's so unlikely to happen. I don't know. I would be so interested if that ever actually ends up happening.
Yeah, and so the one button I have not pressed in years yet is double game loss. That is what I'm hoping to press. that is actually what happens in a Swiss round if you get stuck in an infinite loop. You can do a double game loss or a tie. Personally, I'd probably do the tie.
I would do a tie. That's very surprising to me that it would be double game loss.
There's
what are you guys
the situation that came up in that they used. If both players start jockeying for the win and start arguing a whole bunch, give them the double game loss and just be like, no. You're both in an infinite loop.
Yeah. Well, you just give them a tie. Like, I don't know. I guess, whatever.
It's player...
How do you guys feel about ties in general? Like, as a whole?
I try to avoid them as much as I can.
Is there ever a situation where getting a tie is worse than a loss? I guess like cut scenarios where you want to be a lower seed, but